Did you write some of this in jail?
I did.
How come? What happened? Tell me.
I wasn't sent to jail.
First, this man has sold over 56 million, children's books, and now David Walliams about to release his latest. It's called Astro Chimp, and he joins me now. And I'm looking at the cover, and it's like looking in a mirror. Because my husband says I look like a chimp. He's
Really?
quite right.
You don't look like a chimp.
I do a wee bit. In a certain light.
No, you're beautiful.
Tell me about Astro Chimp.
Well, I wanted to do a comic book adventure for a long time. And for a long time, I'd had this idea about animals in space. Because, you know, obviously real animals were sent into space.
They were.
Do you know what the very first animals sent into space were?
It was a doggy, I think.
No.
Was it a chimpy?
Fruit flies
Fruit
in 1948.
I did not know that.
They are the villains in my story. They've gone through a black hole, come out the other end, they're giant.
Right.
I'm not sure about the science of it, but that's what I've read. And basically, the story is about a monkey that's sent into space.
Right.
100 years later, he's sort of frozen in space. 100 years later, he meets all the other animals that were sent into space. There is a dog, there is a cat. The French sent a cat into space called Félicité, very French. We sent a cat into space. And obviously, chimpanzees, American, tortoises from China. So it's a kind of, it's basically like Star Wars, but with animals. That was my idea.
I really like that.
And the illustrator, Adam Stower, has actually done most of the hard work.
Do you know, it's really well illustrated.
He's done an amazing, beautiful job.
Oh, I like the pussycats. Pussycats are good.
Yes, you're obviously reading it for the first time.
No, I'm not. You shut up. I was seeing this. You be quiet.
No,
this is good.
it's come out brilliantly. And what I try and do most of all with my books is try and encourage reluctant readers. You know, I do think my books, I want them to be fun entertainment for kids. I want it to be funny, exciting, and this, I just think the whole way it looks is incredible. I'm so pleased with it.
No, both
he's
of you have done a
amazing
great
illustrator.
Job. But also, I like the fact that it's because kids love this because you get it about like the farting and the nose picking.
There's a little bit of that.
There's quite a lot of that, to be fair.
I'm trying to ration myself now.
But I
with,
like that.
Jokes about farting.
And kids giggle, tee hee hee. Fantastic.
Yeah, well, I hope so. Yeah, my son, who's 11, really enjoyed it because he always gets the very first copy, and
he does. He does.
And so
he goes, yeah, Dad, that's good.
Yeah, and so he really liked that one. He really thought it was fun.
I'm not. Listen, you have sold so many books.
Yeah.
Worldwide. How many languages translated into? Do you have any idea? How many languages are there?
I think it's something like 54 languages.
It must be.
Yeah.
And so do you go abroad and do the things that you do?
Yeah, just been in South Africa. I'm to Spain.
Right.
I'm going to Australia and New Zealand later in the year. I'm going to Iceland.
Fantastic.
I know, it's amazing. I mean, I don't take it for granted. Even in China, the books are big in China. Someone said, oh, you've sold hundreds of thousands of copies of Gangster Granny in China. So, I mean, who knew? I've never been to China. No, so it's an amazing thing that, you know,
and you've got
kids
people
over the world.
reading, David, you've got people reading,
I hope so.
which is brilliant.
I hope so. That's what I really want to do because I go to schools all around the country and you do meet kids, 8-year-olds who've read every Harry Potter book, and you meet 12-year-olds who've never read a book in their lives. I
know.
And I think they're the ones that we really need to reach as authors, you know, because the kids are really into reading. You know, they're on their own path. But if you don't get kids into reading, age 10, by the time they're about 12, I don't think they'll ever read.
So you've got to get them at that
I think
age,
so, yeah, because you meet lots of grown-ups who never read a book.
It's sad because it's one of the great joys
of
our lives, you know, which is absolutely brilliant.
And as fellow authors, we need people to be able to read. Otherwise, they're not going to buy our book. That's the number one thing.
It's the number one thing that we do. Now, your pal Matt Lucas, he writes books as well.
Yes.
He's doing the same. He's doing that. You two are working together, aren't you?
Yes. We've been creating a new show. Every time it's mentioned, they say, oh, Little Britain's coming back.
I know.
And then someone goes, oh, it's awful, Little Britain's coming back. Oh, it's brilliant, Little Britain's coming back. Little Britain, it's not Little Britain.
No, because that's of its time.
It's something new. It's something new. So it's new characters, a new situation. Obviously, the two of us together, and it's the most fun working together because when I write the books, it's enjoyable, but I'm on my own. But when I'm with Matt, it's lovely because we're trying to make each other laugh, and he's, you know, such an incredible performer. He puts on all the voices, and we start just improvising together. And so we have a great laugh.
Oh, which is, I know.
I've forgotten in a way how much fun that was.
Yeah.
Because it is nice to being able to write on your own, but when you're with your best friend and you're laughing your heads off, it's the best feeling in the world.
It's joyful, isn't it? Did you write some of this in jail?
I did.
How come? What happened? Tell me.
I wasn't sent to jail for a long period of time, but I went to Venice and I got there and I realised I'd taken my old passport, which was out of date.
Oh, jeez.
And and they were like really quite fierce, shouting at me. And they locked me up in a cell for 7 hours. And they didn't. And at one point they said, "Would you like a glass of water?" I said, "Yeah,
that'd be quite nice. Thanks very much."
Anyway, but I still had my hand luggage with me, and I thought, "Okay, what can I do?" And I got out my computer, and I just wrote for the 7 hours entirely.
Fantastic.
And
So
actually,
you never wasted the time.
No,
You're
and when they
very
said it's
good.
time to go, I was a bit disappointed.
Yeah, because I'm like,
I haven't quite finished. Haven't quite finished. No, but it was a great bit of serendipity, really, because you know, anything I'm doing, like if I'm on a flight or anything on a train, I write, and I find it's great discipline. I love doing it. And I never get tired of it. And it's sort of, in a way, the best way to spend time.
Yes,
being
of course
creative,
it is.
being with your imagination.
Of course it is, absolutely. Now, look, Britain's Got Talent's on. How are you feeling about that? Do you watch? Do you not watch? Are you a bit sorry about how it all finished? What's the thing?
Well, I've been travelling a lot, so I haven't had the chance to see it.
You're all over the place, yeah.
I'm really enjoying spending all the time being creative, because although we've got the books, there's also, like, working on an animation series of Gangster Granny. There's a animated film of Slime. We're putting a film together as Thing.
Right.
That we're writing a stage musical of Gangster Granny. I mean, there's so much going on. Being creative is what I really, really love.
Yeah.
And so that's what... So actually getting back to that, getting back working with Matt has been a joy.
You need, like, more of you. You need to be cloned. Listen, never mind all of this. The most exciting and important thing that's happening in your life right now is going to happen, what, 8 days' time?
8 sleeps.
8 sleeps.
I was with my son, obviously, this morning.
Yes.
We were having breakfast together, and we are counting the days, because in 8 days we bring a new Border Terrier puppy into the family.
No,
Our
Luke.
third. There he is, and that's my son's hands holding him.
Oh.
Now, he's going to be 8 weeks, I think, next Thursday, so we pick him up. We went round, me and my son went round to visit the breeder, and after 2 hours, Alfred was still there, like holding us. We've got to go now, we've got to go now, we've got to go now. And yeah, we're counting the sleeps. He's so excited, because I said to him, I said, Alfred, would you like a little brother or sister, or would you like a little puppy? Puppy.
Definitely.
So it's a lot easier having a puppy, but we are so excited. But it's that thing, because we've got 2 dogs already.
Of course you have.
And we can't tell them, and it's like, a hard thing is like, we're going to bring home this little baby brother for you.
But
I know,
because
there's my other 2, Bert
They'll
and
love
Ernie.
them.
So the new dog is going to be called Eric, because we have a Bert and Ernie, and then it's Eric and Ernie.
And it's a tribute to Simon Cowell, in a way, because that's his son. It's his son, not called Eric.
Well, it's named after Eric Morecambe.
Eric Morecambe.
Yes.
Eric and Ernie.
Eric and Ernie. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, so we're very excited about that.
That's great.
And I don't think I'm going to be able to leave the house.
No, of course
when I have the puppy, because I just want to cuddle.
Oh, can you bring him in when you feel ready?
I would love to, yeah.
But I would love to. Steal him off you. What? They're the best dogs.
I know, they're so loving.
They're the best
I know.
dogs
I woke
in the world.
up with mine sleeping next to me this morning, and it was the best feeling in the world. And Ernie was having a little dream. You really want to know what they're dreaming about, don't they?
I do.
Because they do a strange whimper when
they do.
They don't bark.
No. I love them so much. Look, Astro Chimp, which, you know, spot the difference between me and the wee
Oh,
chimp.
you don't?
Love
You're
it. Oh, no,
beautiful.
chimps are great. Astro Chimp's out tomorrow, and I don't even have to say good luck, because I know it's going to go right to #1. It's great to see you.
Well, you're very kind.
Great
Congratulations
to see you. It really is.
On your BAFTA.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. They give people Lifetime Achievement BAFTAs when it's basically like a hint to retire.
It is. It's like, thanks very much.
We've had a lifetime of you.
I've had enough of you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you, darling. Great to see you.
Thank you so much for having me on.